Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the Chargers, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff, and it should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
On first down, it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch in this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. On the move to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Out of his end zone, Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch in the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Prescott. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Josh Palmer, 28 yards. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10. At about the 32. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
It's Eckler again. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 43 yards. And the Chargers will add to their 1st quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Now the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 1st quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And out now come the Cowboys. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the 1st half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
That's interference. Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
So more problems here in this 1st quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
14-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Garden, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
The second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, and that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Herbert. Throw here's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. They'll find Everett there, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Herbert.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Micah Parsons
Able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And now here come the Cowboys. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. From the 38, Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
To throw again on second down, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. On second down, Prescott again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that's a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the second quarter. Plenty of time to go.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Chargers getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. From the 44, Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of the Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Now left side on the swing pass, and he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it.
But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's one of those calls where you play it safe, but you're hoping that maybe something might spring for you, because instead of forcing ball downfield on 3rd and long, maybe you can hit them with something underneath, break a tackle or two, pick up a block, and see what happens. Not here, though. Good job reading the screen, and it sets up 4th down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a 17-3 cushion already, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always, as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out come the Cowboys now, as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Pollard again. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side.
And we're down to the 41.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott off play action.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I don't know
what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A first down throw for Prescott.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
From the 25 on second down, Prescott.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll throw again. Prescott. That's a screen pass. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Throwing. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
On second and 10, Herbert. Open man is Palmer. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, they're still in the lead. The momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Trying to regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Third quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now.
Here's Herbert.
He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Herbert throwing again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first down, it's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, 31 yards. And the Chargers will extend their third-quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Taken at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud.
You did.
My bad.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Herbert on 3rd down now. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Running on first down, Eckler. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Yeah, we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott now. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Play action now. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Prescott from the gun. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Herbert now. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. They called his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. A give, Eckler running to the right. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So Dak and the Cowboys down 24-17. 1:47 on the clock. They have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Dak. Got his man. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Now a give running left is Eckler. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee here. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Bolts have done it. The Los Angeles Chargers are the Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.